here, right now, right here, right now, right here.
I first noticed Dr. Gillian McKeith when a reader sent in a clipping from the Radio Times about her first series on Channel 4. McKeith was styled very strikingly as a white-coated academic and scientific authority on nutrition, a clinical nutritionist, posing in laboratories surrounded by test tubes and talking about diagnoses and molecules. She was also quoted here saying something a 14-year-old doing GCSE biology could easily have identified as pure nonsense, recommending spinach and the darker leaves on plants because they contain more chlorophyll. According to McKeith, these are high in oxygen and will really oxygenate your blood. This same claim is repeated all over her books. Forgive me for patronising, but before we go on you may need a little refresher on the miracle of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is a small green molecule which is found in chloroplasts, the miniature factories in plant cells that take the energy from sunlight and use it to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen. Using this process called photosynthesis, plants store the energy from sunlight in the form of sugar, high in calories as you know, and they can then use this sugar energy to make everything else they need, like protein and fibre and flowers and corn on the cob and bark and leaves and amazing traps that eat flies and cures for cancer and tomatoes and wispy dandelions and conkers and chilies and all the other amazing things that the plant world has going on. Meanwhile, you breathe in the oxygen that the plants give off during this process, essentially as a byproduct of their sugar manufacturing, and you also eat the plants, or you eat the animals that eat the plants, or you build houses out of wood, or you make painkiller from willow bark, or any of the other amazing things that happen with plants. You also breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plants can combine that with water to make more sugar again, using the energy from sunlight, and so the cycle continues. Is chlorophyll high in oxygen? No, it helps to make oxygen in sunlight, and it's pretty dark in your bowels. In fact, if there's any light in there at all, then something's gone badly wrong. So any chlorophyll you eat will not create oxygen, and even if it did, even if Dr. Gillian McKeith, PhD, stuck a searchlight right up your bum to prove her point, and your salad began photosynthesizing, even if she insufflated your guts with carbon dioxide through a tube to give the chloroplast something to work with, and by some miracle you really did start to produce oxygen in there, you still wouldn't absorb a significant amount of it through your bowel, because your bowel is adapted to absorb food, while your lungs are optimised to absorb oxygen. You do not have gills in your bowels.
Look, sorry, I'll talk a bit quickly. Somebody on Twitter last night said it was like being skull-fucked with my data cock. I don't know what that means, but...